Hello, I'm Sergio and we are going to present you a tutorial of how to name and draw hydrocarbons. Well, first of all, I'm going to explain you what is the UPAC. The UPAC is the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Well, this is a basic and a general rule to name hydrocarbons. They are a series of suffixes, for example, eth, meth, and so on. So this rule helps us to name hydrocarbons easily, and well, hydrocarbons are very important for us. They are in our daily lives and they are very important.
The hydrocarbons. Any of class of any chemical compound are composed only about two elements, the carbon and hydrogen. The hydrocarbons are the main constituents of petroleum and natural gas, and the main classification of these ones are alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes.
My name is Hector and I'm going to talk about the alkanes. Alkanes are chemical compounds that consist of carbons and hydrogens, so they are called hydrocarbons. The chemical structure of alkanes only consists of single bonds. The alkanes are referred as saturated because they only contain single bonds, and because of that, each carbon is saturated with hydrogen atoms. Alkanes are therefore called saturated hydrocarbons. Well, according to the IUPAC, there are some steps that we need to follow to identify and name alkanes. First, we need to identify the longest continuous carbon chain, starting from the end that we want and finally the other end. The longest, it will be the parent chain. Then we number the carbons from the ending closest to a substituent. We identify the one that is closest to the substituent and we number it from 1 to all the carbons that there are. Then we identify the alkyl group. Number 4, we name the alkyl group alphabetically, adding their location with a number. If the same alkyl group is repeated, we use a prefix like D, 3, tetra, etc. Then at the end, we name the parent chain with the prefix an, and then finally we separate the numbers from numbers with commas and numbers from letters with hyphens.
Hi, I'm going to show you an example of how to name an alkane. Okay, first of all, we have this formula, and first of all, we are going to count the longest carbon chain, and we are going to number it from the ending closest to a substituent. So in this case, will be to this substituent. Okay. Now, it is going to be like this, and then we are going to name these other carbons, and here, for example, these both are methyl and this one is ethyl. So it is going to be like this, and now we are going to count. No, we are going to first of all, like in alphabetical order, and first of all will be ethyl and then methyl. So the name of this carbon chain will be 4-ethyl because it is placed in the carbon number 4. Yes. Then it will be 3 and 5 dimethyl, and I say that it's dimethyl because we have two methyls. So 3, 5 dimethyl octane. And why octane? Because the longest carbon chain has 8 carbons. Okay, and that's basically everything.
Aromatic is a substance or plant emitting a pleasant or distinctive smell. An alkane is an unsaturated hydrocarbon that contains at least one carbon. An alkane is an unsaturated hydrocarbon that contains at least one carbon or a carbon triple bond. The main chain of carbon must contain both carbons in double bond, then before the root name, and then if more than one double bond is present. It has to have a functional group carbon triple bonds and are written in a empirical formula that is CnH2n2.
As a team conclusion, we conclude that naming and drawing hydrocarbons are very important for us, and we have to know the rules to name them and to draw them. They are very easy, but they are kind of long. But well, finally, we make our objective, that was to teach people how to name hydrocarbons. Well, that's basically everything, and thank you.
Conclusion, this activity is very useful for us to understand and identify each of the alkanes, alkenes, etc., and know their functions.
In my personal conclusion, I think that naming hydrocarbons is very important and is very useful to know and understand better the organic chemistry, and it is so easy to name those hydrocarbons, and
in my conclusion, I think that the knowledge of hydrocarbons and alkenes, alkanes, and alkenes are very important, and that all the persons need to know about.
I think that this topic will help us to understand these like alkynes, alkanes, and all that, to like know all about this.